What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another SLA video. It's your boy Payne. Happy Wednesday, guys. Real quick, known issues in always roar. That's right. The hot topic right now. And I want to be devil's advocate for a sec because I want to say right here, I think they fixed it, not nerfed it. And I want to show you guys why my thoughts and theories are not even thoughts and theories. It's just common sense, I think, in this case. So I'm going to go over some of the things and the reason why I believe this, because when I did the live stream originally and I saw the weapon's original skills and passives, I told myself and I told everybody in the live stream, it's really not that good, to be honest with you. So I think what happened was they accidentally broke it after trying to fix it, made it way better than it should have been, and now it's been back to scaling back to how it should be. And people are upset about it. Now I'll explain to you guys why real quick. Okay, so let me again. I'm not condoning this, but I'm just again playing devil's advocate because I think this is actually how it was meant to be portrayed. So what I'm trying to say here is, if you look at the bottom down here, right at A5, using a fire weapon skill increases the user's fire weapon skill damage. That's always been the text. That's always been the text. It's never changed. They haven't adjusted that. If you go back to my live stream and I read that, and I remember literally word for word saying, that's not that good. Because it's only weapon skills, right? Weapon skills, not basic skills, not basic attacks. I said weapon skills. And then when I did my testing even further, I was like, wait a second, why the hell are basic attacks from fire applying? That's crazy. And then I said even more, oh, like the fire skills are working. That's really weird, even though the text says weapon skills. I was very blown away by it. But I think it was a mistake in the first place. So before I go into the notes, guys, I do want to remind everybody real quick, content creator program, guys, is coming to an end today. So just real quick, you guys are aware right over here, you guys can see there is one more code that just came out. So if you are not supporting, you're not going to be able to get this code. Also, if you don't extend, I cannot send you this code. So guys, log into your account right here, get into it and get yourself extended. So all you got to do is log in, find the supporter page, extend that button. Everybody will get this code plus more. It's weapon enhanced gear 3 times 20 plus 500k gold. Super easy to do, super fast, and it takes you literally no time, guys. So if you plan to extend and plan to support me, I'll be sending this code out right after this video so everybody has an opportunity to get it. So thank you again for all your support. I love you guys, appreciate you guys, and hopefully we continue supporting each other throughout the rest of the seasons for solo leveling Arise. So let's talk about the known issues. All right, so here's the problem, right? So an issue where the Inoue Roar Advancement Tier 5 effect is being applied to both weapon skills and normal skills. As I mentioned before, it was only and always has only been weapon skills. So they didn't nerf it, guys. They're fixing it. And it from the get-go, I said it, this weapon was not that good in comparison to the spear. I found the spear to be a much better overall weapon. Now, when it was broken, this weapon was super broken, but no, that no longer is going to happen. And I told you guys this before. When people were taking advantage of it on Guild Boss and everybody was exploding the whole reset the weapon skill for spear, and then this will do more damage kind of scenario. Well, of course they're going to do something about that, right? Like, and this is the problem, right? When we know there is an issue with a specific mechanic that's being utilized, and it's something that we have to do on our end. It's not like this came out and the weapon was just OP because by mistake. We actually had to manipulate it somehow to make it more OP. So when you do shit like that, devs are going to notice. Now listen, I'm not saying this weapon should change. They should just leave this as weapon skills and basic skills. But again, because it's always said weapon skills, they're not really nerfing it. They're actually fixing it. So from the get-go, this weapon really wasn't that good. Let's be honest, it really wasn't, okay? So an issue where the Inoue's Roar Advancement Tier 5 affects damage is being increased based on the number of burn instances. Again, that's never said anywhere, right? There's nowhere in here that says it stacks on the burn. All it says is to target with the burn effect increases rage damage. That's all it is. That's all it is. And again, everything the burn is applying to applies for all skills, and that shouldn't be working that way. So again, it's not a nerf, it's a fix. It's just a fix. Guys, quite honestly, the weapon just is not that great of a weapon. It looks cool. It's like, it's got great animations, but the weapon itself was just never that good to begin with, right? So an issue where the Inoue's Roar Advancement Tier 5 increases fire skill damage to enemies applied with burn effect is not being applied to Inoue's Roar and Reduer's Clan, and that's true. So that's actually not being applied. So funny enough, it applied to all skill damage, but it didn't apply to those specific two. So that right there is a mistake in itself, right? So that was a problem. And then furthermore, of course, we have more issues. An issue where the Blessing Stone Finisher's touch effect is not being applied. So that's another issue, of course, in itself, where we know that this should in fact apply because it's a weapon skill being done within Anyways Roar, but it's not being applied. So altogether, it's just having issues, right? And currently ongoing issues regarding Anyways Roar will be fixed through the upcoming 10.23 update. And that's a long time, guys. It's a long time. 8 days. It's more than a week away. So I don't know how this is going to turn out. It shouldn't turn out as good whatsoever. And again, I think from the get-go, when you read some of the passives here, the weapon really wasn't that great to begin with. The best thing about this weapon was the burning grudge effects, where you take a little bit more damage yourself, but then you increase the fire damage you do and the damage you deal to bosses. Yeah, it's really not that good of a weapon. So I don't want people like going off on here, and because I've got a lot of messages being like, hey, did you see so and so and so, they nerfed it. But it's not really a nerf, and I've been trying to explain this to people from the get-go. Like, it's not a nerf, it's literally a fix. It was broken in a bad way, then it was broken in an exploitive way, and now they're trying to fix it, and people are losing their minds. Because you know what happens when you give somebody something shitty, and then that piece of shit becomes a piece of gold, and then they're like, whoa, here's your $1, give me back my gold bar. That's essentially what's happening. So obviously when somebody gets a gold bar and they're forced to have like $1, they're kind of like, what the fuck is this? So that's kind of what's happening here, guys. So it's not really, don't consider this a nerf. It's literally a fix. This is the first time they're actually looking to fix the weapon as it's meant to be used all along. Because quite honestly, with the way it is now, you would never need to use anything else. It's just reality, right? You would never need to use anything else. So let's talk about a couple other things. An issue where after playing the training room, Sunjanu's weapon in the formation page displays a different weapon than the one actually equipped. An issue where the combo guide on the training room Amamaya does not remove her mask, even if the ultimate state is cancelled. An issue where viewing own codex button at the left causes issues, blah, 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 blah. The rest of this is kind of like mediocre shit that doesn't really matter. So anyways, I just wanted to talk about that because I felt like that was an important thing. I got a lot of messages this morning regarding this, and I felt it was fair to at least mention my thoughts on it, because from the beginning of this release and on my testing live, I've said from the start, this weapon is pretty mediocre based on what I've seen, at least, right? Now, with that being said, guys, do I think you should summon for it? I don't think anybody should summon for this. I summoned for one copy on my free-to-play and I stopped. And you know why the reason I stopped is because it's broken. Until I get a full chance to test it when it's actually fixed, not like bugged and then exploitive and then now it's fixed, I'll give you guys a better opportunity. This is why I haven't been making a lot of videos on it. I did show the exploitive video because just to show you how it's done and what's going on, but I haven't done a testing video on it because I've noticed the text and the effects don't match. So I'm glad they're at least putting in the effort to fix it. And if they do decide, hey, you know what, we're going to fall, and again, the text is there, guys. It's always been there. If they decide to fix it, then we'll really see how good this weapon is. But I have a funny feeling, like I said from the beginning, it's really not that good of a weapon. I think the real shining star in this whole release was Radiru's double-edged spear. So that's just my take on it. So yeah, not a nerf, guys, a proper fix. Literally, they took your gold away and they gave you copper. And it sucks. But we should have had copper from the beginning because this weapon really isn't gold. So that's my take on it. Also, if you are planning to, guys, join Pokemon Rip and Ship today, we are doing it live at 12 p.m. We're going to have crazy battles today, pull some major cards. So if you are a fan of Pokemon and you want to start joining my variety content, feel free to join. It is going to be in the description, plus linked to every single video. We're killing it, guys. We're having so much fun doing this, so please be there. SLA content on your way. Please remember to subscribe, like, leave those notifications on. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.